Thank you. Welcome back. We're going to enjoy another afternoon flow together today. Our collective focus is going to be moving like water, going with our own flow. You know, water can run by everything, anything, and it just keeps going by, right? And it just finds the smoothest path with the least resistance. So we'll see if we can find a smooth path in our body today that has the least amount of resistance. And along the way, we're going to invite in the most amount of benefit from these movements. Sometimes less is more. So take a moment, find a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. And then when you get there, rock side to side a little bit. Maybe you have some props nearby. Set yourself up for success from the beginning. I like 2 blocks and a blanket, which I'm already sitting on. You can choose what props to use for your practice, but I always like a little bit of support. Why not give yourself some support? So find that comfortable position. Again, sway side to side, get those sits bones grounded into the ground. Take a breath and sigh it out. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the knees and keep your palms down today. We're grounding down, but still think about rising up as you ground down. So starting at the base of your spine, wiggle the vertebrae up, reach yourself up, 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 up. Sitting up as tall as you like. There we go. Good job. Now lick your lips, give your face a little wiggle. Take a breath in and sigh it out. Nice. Now take another breath and squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Beautiful. And as you exhale, we're going to round them back and down. And then bring them up and forward. Nice shoulder circles. Just maybe one more all the way up. Squeeze those shoulders up, 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 and then round them back and down. And let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Okay. Take another breath through the nose. We're going to exhale out the mouth. Do that 3 more times. And as you do this, as we bring ourselves into our bodies with our breath, think about exhaling a little bit further when you get to the bottom of that exhale. So big inhale in, exhale out through the mouth. And then when you get to the bottom, see if there's a little bit more air that you can release out. Beautiful. Wiggling the shoulders down on the exhales. Last one. Nice. Now, sitting up really tall and finding that tailbone at the base of your spine, let's start to make a little tiny spiral with our spine. Just this little spiral. And we're going to let it grow bigger with every circle around. And you can start to lean forward, over to the side, and then sliding back, and then come over to the other side and forward even further. Yep. Keep going, keep going. Now I invite you to either bring your gaze down to the ground as you make the spiral, or maybe close your eyes. I like to close my eyes and then bring my gaze up to that third eye and really start to connect with myself, my breath, my movements while on my mat. Make any little adjustments along the way in your spirals. Is there something you could do to make this feel better in your body? And take your time, nice slow circles, just exploring how we feel today. And as we invite that element in of water, I invite you to imagine while doing these spirals, how this movement would feel if we were sitting in the bottom of the ocean. Beautiful, perfect temperature, beautiful body of water that you're just spiraling around, and you're feeling that water circle all the way around you. And it's not fighting you. There's no resistance. It's going with you. You're finding a flow with the water. All right, good job. Take a few more circles in this way. Enjoy. Adjust along the way as needed. Okay, one more big circle around and come meet me towards the back, leaning into those shoulders, hanging onto those knees, and lean back here. Bring your chin to your chest. Wiggle the shoulders, lick your lips, and unclench your jaw. One shoulder up at a time, still hanging onto those knees. Invite in those shoulder circles. All right, now slowly lean back, and we're going to switch the cross of our legs. So lift up your feet, wiggle, 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 do some ankle circles. Maybe while you're doing this, even shake the hands and just give everything a little shimmy, a little shake. Maybe visit your boat while we're in the water, point and flex the feet. Okay, don't worry, we'll come back to that boat later. Now bring your legs in and switch the cross of your legs. Put them the other way that you were sitting, right? And then hang on to your knees and give the shoulders another little bit of love here. Shimmy, a little shake. Maybe bring those shoulder circles forward now instead of back. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're going to circle in the other direction. So go the other way. Oh, if you were going clockwise, go counterclockwise. There we go. And trace that spiral back. Starting really big, going all the way around, and just circle around in your body under that water and feel how the water moves with you, right? We changed our circles, we played with our feet and our hands, and now we're back and we're spiraling the other way, and the water has just decided to come with us. Everything flows together. As you trace those spirals back, let's also see if there's any other adjustments that you can make now on this side, sitting with the legs crossed differently and circling in the other direction. Gliding through that water, letting your energy flow where you want it to go, and watching how everything else just comes along with you. All falls into place exactly where it should be. Slowly spiraling back up to that center, exploring how this feels in your spine as you get tall. See if you can circle yourself back onto those sits bones if you came off of them. I certainly did. Back onto the blanket. All right, and then coming back up to the top. Give a little sway side to side again. Sitting up tall. Take a breath here. In through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Enjoy two more just like that. Big breaths in, long exhales out. And then when you get to the bottom, see if you can release a little bit more. All right, one more. Beautiful. Inhale. Take your hands and sweep them forward and up, reaching all the way up, up, up. Sparkle the fingers up, up, up. And when you get up there, let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Slide those shoulder blades down the back. Nice. Take a breath. Okay, one more breath here. And as you exhale, we're going to turn and twist to the right. Turn and twist to the right. Take that right hand, plant it down behind you. We're going to look over that right shoulder. And now you choose. What do you want to do with that front hand? Do you like it down on the ground in front of you? Do you want to reach out in front of you? Whatever helps your twist, whatever feels good in your body. And then once you find your pose, take 3 breaths here. Focusing on drawing in fresh, clean air, clean energy, clean thoughts. With every inhale, And releasing anything stale. Stale air, stale energy, stale thoughts. Every exhale. All right, take another breath and slowly draw those arms all the way back up to the top. Up, 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 up. Sparkle the fingers. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Nice. Take a breath. Good job. Let the hands come down behind your backs. Interlace the fingers. Draw the shoulder blades up together. Take a moment here. Let the front of your chest open. Close your eyes. If you like, you can invite a little sway side to side. You choose what to do with your hands. You could interlace the fists and draw them together. You could have them hanging onto the ground. You could be hanging onto opposite elbows if that feels good to you. Maybe even, oh, there they are, prayer hands behind the back. Yogi's choice. Just find a pose that opens up the front of these shoulders right here, right in the front of the chest. Nice. One more breath. And as you exhale, release and sweep the arms forward and up. Sparkle the fingers, reach up, 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 up. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. There you go. Good job. Nice. Take another breath. And as you exhale, we're going to turn and twist to the other side. Planting back hand behind you. You choose what to do with that front hand. Do you want to reach out in front to the ground and touch the ground? Do you want to reach forward, sparkle the fingers forward? Definitely, I'd like you to turn your head and look over that other shoulder. Enjoy 3 breaths on this side. See if you can lift up through the heart on every inhale and maybe deepen your twist just a little bit with every exhale. Two more. Good job. Take another breath. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Gently rotate back to the front. Good job. Sparkle the fingers. Drop those shoulders away from your ears. Nice. Drop the shoulders. Take a breath. Sigh it out. All right. One more breath. And as you exhale, drop those hands back behind your back again. This time, interlace the fingers the non-dominant way. Enjoy some breaths. Lifting up through the heart again. Maybe even find that side to side sway and just let everything else move with you. Finding your flow today. All right, one more breath. Come back to center. And again, choose another thing for your hands. Maybe hang on to opposite elbows. Draw those shoulder blades a little bit closer. Maybe it's prayer hands. Take a moment here. Good job. On your next exhale, release the hands, swim them forward and up, up, up. Reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the sides. Wiggle out the shoulders. Good job. Take your hands, and if you're not in staff pose already, we're going to go to staff pose. So lean back a little bit and take your hands to your knees. Help your knees come together. Again, bring the legs out. Give them a little wiggle, a little shimmy, a shake. How about some ankle and wrist circles? All right, circle in the other direction. Oh, there you go. Now this way again. Give those joints some love. All right, that way. See if you can extend your legs a little bit while you do this. All right, inhale, find your boat, point and flex the feet, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Bring the feet down to the ground, extend one leg out, and then the other. Come back onto the sits bones. Give yourself that side to side. Yep, back onto the sits bones. Adjust whatever needs to be adjusted. Okay, great. And in your staff pose, I'm just going to give you a better side view here. In the staff pose, flex your feet and really anchor your heels down into the ground, right? Really get that activation down there. And as you do that, you'll notice that lifts up the back of your knees. So it's really nice to protect the back of your knees. There we go. Perfect. Take a breath, sitting up tall. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, up, up. Reaching up, up, up. maybe a little bit further back. Oh, find a little baby back bend. And then reach forward, bring the hands down. Watch the hands touch your legs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, slowly sliding forward. Once you get here, give yourself a little sway side to side, and you choose how far forward would you like to fold. Enjoy 5 grounding breaths in your fold. Nod your head, yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Wiggle out your face, unclench your jaw, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your nose. Inhale, half lift, find a flat back. Bring your hands to your shins or your knees, lifting up through the heart. There we go. Exhale, slide back down. Okay. Good job. Lift your gaze, walk your hands back to your body. Come on, back up. Nice. Now point and flex the toes a little bit more. Point and flex, point and flex. Point and flex the hands. No reason not to give these joints all the love, right? They do so much work for us. Wrist and ankle circles. All right, so we're going to play with our boat a little bit more as we're in this water flow today. So if you don't have a blanket under your tailbone, maybe now would be the time to get it there. And if you do, make sure it's right where you want it. Beautiful. So come on to your sits bones and bring your feet to the ground. Tap, point your toes. We're just going to tap the toes. Tap, tap, tappy, and sit up. There we go. Now to start, take your hands and slide them under your legs for hammocks. See that one goes under this thigh, one goes under that thigh. Okay, perfect. Now bring those feet back down, point, point, point. Bring the elbows out to the side, elbows out to the sides, lifting up through the heart. Beautiful. Now, as you start to slow down those legs, bring one up, then the other. Really squeeze your core when you get up to the top. There you go. All right, maybe do both. Maybe soften that grip on your legs. You could release it. Play around with your boat. What do you want to do? You could do some real good ab work here. Inhale, extend, get as big as you like. Exhale, crunch in. You could bicycle your boat. Go to the sides. Ooh. Go backwards. All right. Crunch in, give yourself a hug. Good job, good job. Exhale, extend. Point and flex. All right, come back in. Exhale, extend. Point and flex. Yep, just play around. One more. Exhale out, hold it for a breath. Beautiful. Bring it in, extend the legs long. Come back onto the sits bones. Allow your legs a little shimmy, a little shake. Good job. That was fun, huh? All right. Point and flex the hands and the feet. All right. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, up, up. Exhale, find another forward fold. Look down, bring hands down to the legs, slide hands down as far as you like them to go. Slide yourself down. Take a breath here. Sigh it all the way out. Close your eyes, lick your lips, wiggle out your jaw. Visit that intention of moving like water, finding your own flow, allowing everything else to just fall into place along the way. Not the head, yes and no, sway side to side. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Okay, good job. Lift your gaze, walk your hands back up to your body. Wiggle out the shoulders. Okay, let's find our tabletop for a moment. I like to get there by bringing my legs around to one side and just tucking the knees underneath. So tabletop, set your alignment up for success. So you want your wrists under elbows, under shoulders. Beautiful. Take a breath here, sigh it out. One more. Okay. Now, gently bring the knees in together to touch in the center of your mat and lean your left hip towards your left wrist. Lean forward, bring that left hip, up by the left wrist. There you go. Exhale, slide back to center. Inhale, right hip, right wrist. Just enjoying our dancing lion for a moment. Exhale, back to center. Giving our hips a little bit of love. Inhale, come forward to the left side. Exhale back. One more on this side. There you go. Come on back. Great. So now we're going to lean forward, tuck our toes, lift your knees, and we're going to come up into a downward dog. Lift those hips up, find your downward dog. Pedal the legs out. Nod your head yes and no, and see if you can relax your neck. Looking back towards the feet or between the legs. All right, let's do an alignment check. Make sure that our fingers are splayed wide, giving us a nice solid foundation, but not too far so that they feel flimsy. Pushing away from the ground with the hands, letting those elbow eyes point forward, drawing the shoulder blades up onto the back, lifting the hips up. Take a breath here. Come up onto your tips of your toes. Get up as high as you like. And as you exhale, we're going to let the heels drop down to the ground. If you like, you could even lift the toes and slide back into those calves a little bit further. Or not. Or not is always an option. Okay, now let's all just pedal out that dog. Bending the knees. And let yourself slide around. Again, we're going to do this practice like we're underwater. So how would this feel underwater? Letting everything just flow around you. Find a little bit of organic movement in your dog. Perhaps you want to lift one leg, do an ankle circle or two, maybe a knee circle or two, and then go to the other side. Lifting the other leg, just giving your body a little love. What is it asking for? Knee circle, ankle circle. What else feels good to you? And then come back into that downward dog. We're going to bring those big toes together to touch. Take a breath, sigh it out. Okay, now lift the right leg up to the sky. Nice big breath in. Definitely draw an ankle circle or two. And then look forward. Bring your knee into your chest. Crunch in. Take a breath here. And then when you're ready, we're going to exhale and drop that foot in between your hands. Find your lunge pose. And here's an option in lunge that I really like. Don't do that. I really like these blocks, okay? So while you're in your lunge, there we go. You could have your hands down on the ground. You could have fists down, or you could have your blocks framing your foot. Highly recommend, okay? Set that lunge up for success. And just take a few breaths here and give your legs a few pulses. All right, now drop the back knee down and slide yourself into a half split. There you go. You might even want to scoot that front foot forward. Look, just like scoot it forward, scoot it forward, scoot it forward. That'll help you get into the half splits. And once you get there, push that foot, that ankle, the heel down into the mat again, just like we did in staff pose, and draw your toes back towards your body. Okay? Beautiful. Now, take a breath here. Make sure that your hips are aligned towards the front of the mat, nice and square. Okay. Foot is still activated, anchoring down. Take a breath in, and as you inhale, we're going to slide forward. I'm just moving my blocks so you can see. We're going to slide forward into that lunge pose again. And then we're going to exhale, slide back, and then those toes are going to come back up. Actually, I'm going to nix the blocks so you can see, but you should use them. Okay, inhale, slide forward. Exhale back. There we go. Nice and slow, move at your pace. One more forward. Take one more back. And I'm going to turn because you're going to want to see this one. So now here we go. Okay. As you are in your half split, knee still under the blanket. Sorry, blanket still under the knee. Anchoring down in that heel, toes drawn back towards the body, heart is lifted. Take a breath. Gently sway that foot side to side. Pinky goes to one side, big toe goes to the other side. Still pushing down in the ground with that heel. Get that activation back and forth. Yep. Oh, good job. If you do this, the more you push down with your heel, the more you're going to feel this going all the way up the back of your leg to that hamstring, the IT band. Good. Really anchor down, draw some circles. Make sure to go in both directions. All right. Now we're going to inhale forward into that lunge again. Okay, find your lunge. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Reaching up, up, up. Take a breath. When you get there, let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Okay, shoulders do not have to be right next to those ears. Good job. Sparkle the fingers. Squeeze the legs together in the center. That will help you with your balance. Beautiful. Take a breath. And as you exhale, we're going to turn and twist to the left. Open those arms up, turn and twist, and really sparkle the fingers out in both directions. Yep. Look back over that left hand. Reach, 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 back, back, back. Nice. Now take a breath. And as you exhale, drop that back hand down. Touch your hand. Reach the top hand up and back. Up and back. Opening up the front of the chest. Giving the back a nice stretch. Okay, take another breath. Come back up with those arms. Beautiful. Take a breath. Inhale, sweep that left arm all the way back up to meet the right. Take a breath here. Drop the shoulders down. Sigh it out. All right, beautiful. Going to the other side. Take a breath, and as you exhale, turn and twist to the other side. Look over that other shoulder. Sparkle the hands in both directions. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. All right, take a breath and reach back. Maybe touch that foot. Maybe on this side, you touch your lower back, the small of that back. Just reach. What feels best to you? All right, inhale forward. Take a breath here, reaching the arms out in both directions. And then we're going to circle that back arm down, back and around to meet the front, all the way up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Gently lift that back knee. We're going to, like in slow motion, we're going to slide back into that three-legged dog, okay? So you could plant the hands down on the ground and gentle, slow motion, slide the right foot back through the downward dog. Nice and slowly all the way up, three-legged dog. Good job. How'd that go? There you go. Now, do some ankle circles. Point and flex that foot. Maybe even a few hip circles. Maybe you even want to reach the right foot over to the left. Okay. Bring that foot back down to the ground, pedal it out. Few breaths here. Nod your head, yes and no. Lick your lips, wiggle out your face. Inhale, come forward, and we're going to come down into our table. So bring one knee down and then the other knee down. One hand back under the shoulder, the other knee back under the shoulder, and sway those hips side to side. Visiting our wide-legged child's pose for a moment of reset. Bring the toes together to touch and allow your knees to come out to the edges of the mat and walk yourself forward. Relax down. Maybe you want to take a block and rest your forehead on it. Maybe you would like to take your fists, rest your forehead on it. Palms down. Yogi's choice. Enjoy 5 grounding breaths as you visit your intention again. And this time, let's think about what are some ways that we could better serve ourselves with a new flow, a fresh flow, a fresh frame of mind, new perspective on an old idea, maybe something you've been percolating for a long time that just has not quite gotten there yet, but with a little fresh face on it, a little new energy, you flowing in a different frequency. That's what brings those things to life. Think about where you would like your energy to flow. Reaching the hands forward, give the shoulders a little wiggle, lick the lips, wiggle out your face. Lift your gaze towards your hands and walk your hands back to the bodies. Knees together underneath your body. Perfect. Take a breath, adjust whatever needs to be adjusted, and come on back up. Wiggle the shoulders. Good job. All right, we're going to go do the other side. So take your hands, slide them back into table, and tuck your toes. Take a breath, sigh it out. Tucking the toes, lifting the knees, lifting the hips, slide back up into downward dog and pedal out your dog. Give yourself a moment here to enjoy your practice. Find some organic movement. Is it a nod of the head, a wiggle of the jaw, pedaling of the feet? Something I didn't mention, but your body really likes. Do that. Okay, now come on back into that dog. Take a breath here, sigh it out. One more. Step the feet together in the center. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg comes up. Point and flex the foot. Maybe a few ankle circles, maybe a hip circle. Whatever feels good in your hips. And then when you're ready, look forward. Inhale, knee into chest. Take a moment here. Make sure the wrists are under the shoulders. And when you're ready, drop that left foot down. Find your lunge on the other side. You choose, do you like your hands down framing the foot? Do you like your fists for your wrists or your blocks for that support? I like the blocks because it helps us sit up a little bit taller along the way. Perfect. Take a breath and let's just pulse in our lunge, waking the legs up on this side, evening out what we already did on the other. Maybe a rock front to back. All right, and then take a breath here. Sigh it out. Drop the back knee down and slowly slide yourself into that half split. Maybe even scoot the foot forward to help you get there. And then when you get there, anchor down in that heel. Yep, draw the toes back towards your body. Lift up through your heart. Good job. Take a breath. And then we're going to inhale forward into that lunge. Sliding forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Find your flow. Enjoy any adjustments so it feels better on this side. Keep in mind, these sides might feel a little different, so maybe there's a different adjustment you would like to try. All right, one more forward. And then take one more back and come meet me in that half splits again. Yep, anchoring down, anchoring down. Draw the toes back towards your body, lift up through your heart. Beautiful. Now take a breath, and as you exhale, we're going to drop that pinky all the way over to the left, that pinky toe. There you go. Inhale up and let that big toe come all the way over to the right. Yep. And really anchor down in that heel into the ground. And just gently go side to side. And really allow this movement to go all the way up the leg. All the way up the back, that hamstring. Find that IT band. And again, we're underwater, right? So be really luxurious about it. And even enjoy the little sparkles of sand that you kick up while you play around. Draw some ankle circles. Go in both directions. Point and flex. What else feels good to you, to your foot in this moment? All right. Come back. Bring that foot back underneath you. We're going to come back into our lunge, and we're going to bring ourselves back up. So inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, drop those shoulders back down. So maybe I'll do this from a different angle this time. Since we did it on the other side, you stay right where you are. I just want you to see all the angles, right? Do all the adjustments. Okay, inhale, arms are up, heart is lifted, shoulders are down. Take a breath, sigh it out. Beautiful. Take another breath, and as you exhale, turn and twist to the right. Yeah, sparkle those fingers out in both directions and look over the right shoulder. Take a breath here. And when you're ready, drop that back hand down, reach the top arm up and over. Reaching up through the elbow, through the ribs, through the heart. Maybe you want to look back and down at your foot. Maybe you want to look up at your hand or the sky. What feels good to you? Take another breath here. Squeeze those legs together for your solid foundation. All right, we're going to slowly inhale both arms up and out to the sides. Sparkle, sparkle. Now, gently drop that back arm down, swim it all the way back up to meet the front. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Take a breath here. Good job, yogis. Okay, we're going to the other side. Take another breath. Exhale, turn and twist to the left. Sparkle the arms out. Sparkle, sparkle. Look over that back shoulder. Beautiful. Lift up through the heart. Take another breath. And as you exhale, drop that hand down. And this time, do you want to touch the foot, or do you want to keep your hand in the small of that back? Small of the back is kind of nice because this is a bit more of a twist. Reach that other top arm up and over. Maybe once you get there, that's when you want to reach the back arm down. Yogi's choice. All right. Bring those arms both up to the sides and out. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Front arm circles down, back around to meet the back. Beautiful. Take a breath here. Drop the shoulders away from the arms. One more breath. As you exhale, bring the hands down to frame the foot. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to slowly swim ourselves back to three-legged dog, but go like you're in slow motion, okay? There's no hurries here. So tuck the back toe, lift the knee, slide those hips up. Take a breath here. Then gently bring that front leg slowly through down leg, downward dog, and gently up into three-legged dog. There you go. Give yourself an ankle circle, perhaps a knee circle. Whatever you're circling, go in both directions. Okay, now here, maybe you want to lift that leg, and we'll just go up and over to the right a little bit. Make sure your hips are still square to the front of the mat. It's just a leg that's reaching up and over, right? Okay, bring that knee back to the front, foot back to the mat, pedal it out. Nod your head, yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Beautiful. Take another breath, bring the big toes together to touch. We're going to exhale, knees down to the ground. Find that wide-legged child's pose again, knees out to the edges. Hips come back towards the feet. Let the hands swim forward. Head rests down. Invite in a little slow flow. You can think about how the plants all just sway side to side when they're underwater and they feel that current. Start to feel your own current in this pose and just let yourself emulate that. And as you do, you'll notice everything else will just flow along with your frequency. Walking the hands back to the body. Bring the knees back together. Adjust whatever needs to be adjusted. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Good job. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit more fun here before we come all the way down to relax. Let's start back in our table for just a breath. And while we're here, we're going to take our blocks and we're going to set them on the tallest setting at the top of our mat, one at each corner. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Take a breath, sigh it out, sway the hips side to side. Even give the tops of the shoelaces a little pity patty over to this side and then to that side. Fun, right? Okay, tuck those toes. Bring your hands, one hand print forward, lean forward, lift the knees, slide up, downward dog. Thank you. Yeah, this one feels really nice. Pedal it out. Bring the toes together to touch. Take a breath, sigh it out. Melt the heart down towards the ground. Look back between your feet. Beautiful. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Point and flex the foot. Draw that knee into your chest and then drop the foot in between the hands. Beautiful. We've been here before. Nice. Now squeeze those legs together and take your left hand to your left hip and your right hand to your right hip and bring yourself up into a lunge. Good job. Now, when you get there, just give yourself a few little gentle pulses, right? Activating the legs. Maybe sink down a little bit and even touch your knee to your blanket. And straighten that front leg. All right, so find the lunge, okay? Make sure that your knee is over your ankle. Reach the arms all the way up. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Take a breath here, sigh it out. Good job. Take another breath. We're going to turn and twist to the left. Let those arms go out to the side. Sparkle the fingers, sparkle the fingers. Sink down in that front leg a little further. Inhale, reverse. Sweep that left hand back. Right arm comes up and over. Take a breath. Reach up and over with the arm, the elbow, the ribs, the gaze. All right. Inhale, come back forward, arms up, reaching out to the side. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Exhale, left hand circles down, swims up to the right, reach up, up, up. Beautiful. Now for some fun. Reach those arms forward. Forward, forward, forward. And let's go for our blocks. One hand to each block. Lift that back foot. Sparkle your foot. See if you can get that leg parallel to the ground or something like it. Okay, now we're going to take our right hand, right block, reach it out a little further. Left hand is going to release the block, come up to that left hip, and slowly rotate your hip open. Gently lift the arm up to the sky. See if you'd like to visit your half moon pose. Good job. Reach out through the top hand, through the back foot, through the heart, the crown of the head. Take a breath, sigh it out. Enjoy 3 more breaths here. While you're doing that, if you like, you could reach back, grab the foot, or not, just an option. Still breathing into the pose. One more. If you're hanging onto that foot, gently release, extending back up to your half moon. Beautiful. One more breath as we exhale. We're going to turn and rotate everything back down towards the ground. Bring that block back into the left hand. Blocks back under the shoulders. Point and flex that back foot. Now gently bring that back foot down to meet the standing leg. There you go. Pedal out the legs. Nod the head. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Maybe even come up onto those tippy toes while you pedal. Yeah, good job. Okay, take a breath and forward fold. Bring the hands down to the ground. And see if you can wiggle your feet out to the edges of the mat to widen your fold. Sway side to side. Nod your head. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good job. Getting lots of fluid flow in today. Okay. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bring the hands back down to the blocks. Step your feet back under your hips. Give the knees a little pedal. Good job. Okay, now we're going to lean into that left foot, and we're going to bring the right knee to our chest, and we're going to gently step that foot back. So we're going to step into a lunge on the other side. Yeah, this is going to be great. And then bring your blocks back under the shoulders, because there, see, much better. And find that lunge on this side. Sink down into it, lift back up. Find the pulse, let the pulse help you find the lunge. All right, I'm gonna switch this way just so you can see better on this side. You stay right where you are. Keep pulsing those legs, making any adjustments so it feels good to you. Okay, now we're gonna step into this lunge. So bring your right hand to right hip, left hand to left hip. Bring yourself up. Good job. Okay, toggle the legs. Straighten that front leg, bend that back knee. Just feel your legs. What do they need from you today to build a little bit of foundational strength in your flow? All right. Meet me back in your lunge. Make any adjustments that you like to your lunge. Beautiful. Knee is over the ankle. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, drop the shoulders down, sparkle the fingers. Maybe find that little baby back bend. Then come on back, reach up, take a breath here. And as you exhale, turn and twist to the right. Sparkle the fingers out in both directions. Breathing deeply. You are doing amazing. Keep on going, keep on going. We're almost there. Beautiful. Take a breath, drop that back arm down, touch your leg, reach up and over. You could look back at your foot, reach up with that elbow, the heart, the ribs. Take a breath, sigh it out. All right, one more. Swinging the back arm around and ooh, all the way up. Nice. Exhale, bring the hands down to find those blocks. Good job. Take a breath here and bring those hips forward. Find your lunge. Good job. Now, take the blocks and walk them forward one full step. So you can lift that back leg up. Lift the back leg and get it parallel or something like that to the ground. Point and flex the foot. Beautiful. Now take your blocks and bring them another foot forward. You can really reach your hands forward. We're going to visit our half moon on the other side. So left hand stays on that block. You want it sort of diagonal from that left foot, right? And have it just enough so that you like to reach forward and find the block. Right hand comes up to the right hip as you slowly rotate your hip open. Extend that left, extend that back leg. Inhale, top arm up. Find your half moon. Take some deep breaths here. Sigh them all the way out. And do you want to look down at the ground for a little more steadiness? Do you want to look at the horizon? Maybe you want to look up at your hand. Ooh, yogi's choice. We're going to take a few more breaths here and you decide, maybe you want to grab that back foot while we breathe deeply. Okay, if you're hanging onto that foot, gently release. Reach out, one more big breath. Beautiful. Bring that right hand down, slowly close the hip. Gently bring the back foot to meet the front. Pedal it out. Pedal the legs out. I'm only turning so I can see you. Pedal, pedal. Good job. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Relax down. Sway side to side. Perhaps even bring your feet out to the edges of your mat so you can fold even further. How about this time you take your hands and you slide them down your neck. Slide them all the way down so that your fingers come right to the base of your skull, right at your hairline. You can push the fingers in to the head. Just let your head rest in your hands. Give yourself some support as you sway side to side. Licking the lips, wiggling out the face. What other movements would feel good to you? I always invite you to do that. One at a time, release the hands back down to the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Now slowly, slowly, slowly ragdoll yourself all the way up to standing. Draw one shoulder back and then the other. Find those feet underneath you. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Coming to the top of our mats. Exhale, and you're going to slowly sink down into your chair, down through to the mat. Boop. Come on down. Relax all the way down. Let those knees come up into the chest. Sway your feet side to side, one hand to each knee. Beautiful. Now take your legs and extend them up to the sky. Extend your arms up to the sky. If you have a blanket that you want to be laying on, get on the blanket. Scoot around however you need to. This is your practice. There you go. Knees in the chest, one hand to each knee. Do some really big circles with your knees and cross one foot over the other. Circle in the other direction and cross your feet in the other direction along the way. Take another breath as you exhale. Bring the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around them and give yourself a really big hug. Thank yourself for showing up today. I thank each and every one of you for showing up and practicing with me. So happy to have this virtual offering for those who can enjoy it later. Slowing that side to side sway and gently letting one foot come to the ground and then the other. Extending the legs long, inhaling the arms up over the head. Enjoy a full body stretch. And release the fingers, push the palms away from your bodies. Point the toes. And get long in both directions. 3 breaths, 3 full exhales. Still releasing anything stale. Stale air. Stale energy. Stale thoughts. And then when you're ready, release that stretch and allow yourself to open up into a 5-pointed star. We're going to have a 5-pointed star Shavasana in our fluid flow this afternoon. Melt down and allow that ocean floor to rise up to support you. Feeling all the goodness of the universe around you. Call it into your realm. Call in whatever intentions you've been working on along the way. See if we can find a fresh, fluid frequency to bring into your flow, which should help everything else fall into place. Enjoy a few more moments here. Your sacred, safe space on your mat, in your mind, in your body with your breath. Gently slide those feet back together on the mat as you slowly bend the knees up and bring them into your chest. Wrap your arms around them. Give yourself another hug. Rock around on the lower back. Sway your head side to side. See if you can sway your head in the opposite direction of your knees. Slowly flutter the eyes open. And you decide, do you want to roll on one side and take a few breaths there as you gently bring yourself back to life? Or would you like to bring those hands under your legs for hammocks and slowly draw yourself back up? Coming back to your favorite comfortable seated position where you began. Adjusting whatever needs to be adjusted. Take a breath, sway side to side, come back to those sits bones, back to your position. Now take a breath here. This time, let's bring the palms up. Close our eyes. Perhaps you'd even like to bring that middle finger to your thumb. Another beautiful mudra. We're going to talk about this one in the next class, but it's a nice way to introduce it at the end of this one. Connecting to our source, our thread with the universe, the universal flow. Closing the eyes, resetting our entire auric field for the rest of our day, our night, our week, what have you. Take a moment here with your intention. Beautiful. One more breath. Bring the hands back to your prayer position. Sitting up tall. Thank you again, yogis, so much for joining me here. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Appreciate you. See you again soon, yogis.